I'm Danica Patrick, and I'm pretty intense.
Well, tell the pontoon boat story. So everybody asks me, they're like, how did you start out in racing? And I always tell them my version of it, which it's better if you tell the version and I'll tell you if it was any different from what I say. But it's a kind of a fun serendipitous story.
I'm trying to recall it all exactly. It'll be close. Basically, I was helping a buddy of mine race cars because I had race cars, dirt midgets, and I couldn't afford it anymore. So I helped a good friend of mine, Joe Corrigan. And one week he got really busted up, and he probably shouldn't race again. He got all tore up. So
It was the one where his eyes were black, like
yeah, he lacerated
face was black and blue.
Yeah, lacerated his kidney and all kinds of stuff. Pancreas didn't work. So I said, Joe, why don't we just buy a pontoon boat rather than going racing every weekend? I'm thinking we'll just cruise around and drink beer on a boat.
That's a good idea.
Sounds like it.
It's a lot of fun.
So we looked at boats and it didn't happen. And so it's like to stay busy in the weekends. What I did, and we decided, hey, let's try go-karts because the one Babysitter was racing.
Mm-hmm. Teresa.
Yeah. Teresa Milan.
Teresa Milan, yeah. And Brooke went to school. Brooke was in the same grade as Teresa's sister?
Younger sister.
Can't remember her name, but yeah. And they lived in the neighborhood.
Right.
Okay.
So they raced go-karts, and I asked, and Brooke says, because she was, she slept with the Joe Corrigan shirt and all that, and she goes, I want to race. Uh-huh. So we said, all right, let's try go-karts. I'll take one day off a week and Sundays, and we'll go racing go-karts.
Who is the braver of the two of us growing up, Brooke or me?
Good question.
Good.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a brave difference.
Really?
You were both very repetitive. You wore the same clothes, the same shirt, same dress. You wore a dress every day.
Mm-hmm. I'm girly. That's what I tell people about me. They're like, what do you think would surprise me about you that I don't know? And I'm like, that I'm kind of girly.
Yeah. Brooke was probably more the tomboy.
Okay. Because I don't feel very brave, but yet Brooke wanted to race, and I just didn't want to get left out. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, you said you'd try it.
I said I'd try it.
You'd say you'd try it.
Yeah.
So we bought 2 go-karts, and I tried.
Well, that's a similar story. I mean, my story was that you wanted to. So my story was that you wanted to spend more time with Brooke and I because you worked. So you were going to get a pontoon boat, but instead, it was a little less about Joe Corrigan, a little bit more about Brooke and I and the love.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's probably part of the story.
Yeah.
And then instead of the pontoon boat story, we didn't buy a pontoon boat. Why did we buy go-karts, Dad?
So I could take
by we, I mean you.
So you can take one day off a week and spend with your kids.
No, why? We didn't buy a pontoon boat.
No, we didn't.
Why?
Probably didn't know enough about them, or...
This is a critical part of the story that I tell everyone.
I don't think I looked that hard. To be honest, I thought it was an idea.
Crushing the story, Dad. Huh? Well, here's the story. Let me tell you how you need to tell it moving forward because it's better. That you called somebody about a pontoon boat and they never called back.
Okay.
Did that happen?
I don't think so.
Oh, shit.
If you say it did, it happen. How's that?
I can tell why you've been married for almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Good job.
If I had a white flag, I'd be throwing it up in the air like a bullshit flag, too.
So, no, you didn't ever call to buy one?
I don't know. I don't remember doing so. I may have. I don't know. I'm old.
Did Mom?
Mom
she was the bookkeeper.
She wouldn't have called on it.
You're right. Mom's not very confrontational. She wouldn't have wanted to make that phone call.
So
unless it was about getting paid. She calls about that.
Yeah.